Peeling tomatoes every time is time-consuming and labor-intensive, and it often leads to wasting a lot of flesh. Having tomato juice all over your hands is also quite uncomfortable. Today, I am going to teach you 3 effective methods for peeling tomatoes, each with its unique advantages, so you can easily peel the skin off. Hello everyone, welcome to Jin Mang's Life Tips. Tip 1: Coin Method. First, we need to prepare some clean coins. Make sure to wash the coins with a brush before use to ensure their sanitation. Next, wash the tomatoes with clean water to remove surface dust and impurities. Then, use a clean paper towel to dry the surface of the tomatoes, keeping the surface dry for the upcoming process. Then pick up a coin, preferably holding it between your thumb and index finger on both sides, with the edge of the coin facing the tomato. Start from the stem end of the tomato and gently scrape downwards with the edge of the coin. The pressure should be moderate. You will notice that as you scrape, the skin of the tomato will become slightly softer and a bit wrinkled. This process takes about 30 to 60 seconds. Once you have scraped it enough, gently rub the surface of the tomato with both thumbs while slightly pushing forward, making sure to evenly massage each side until you feel the skin become softer. When you feel that the skin is loose enough, use a small knife to make a cross-shaped incision at the top of the tomato. This incision should only break the surface skin. Then, starting from the incision, gently lift a corner of the skin with your finger and slowly peel off the entire skin. After the previous treatment, the tomato skin will come off easily. It is quite practical. Now, let's learn the blanching method with boiling water, which is the method most commonly used by chefs. It is efficient and suitable for bulk processing. Tip 2: Boiling water method. Take the tomatoes that need to be peeled. Use a small knife to make a small cross cut at the top and bottom of each tomato. This cut only needs to penetrate the skin about 0.5 centimeter deep. Next, prepare a pot large enough to hold the tomatoes and fill it with clean water. Place the prepared tomatoes into the pot and turn on the heat. Wait patiently. During this waiting time, prepare a bowl of cold water for quickly cooling the tomatoes afterward. Once the cold water is ready, add some hot water to the pot. Accelerate the time of hydrothermal treatment, and continue waiting. You don't need to wait for the hot water to boil. Generally, when the bottom of the pot starts to bubble slightly and the surface of the water ripples a bit, the skin of the tomatoes will begin to separate from the flesh. At this point, just blanch them for 10–15 seconds. Use a slotted spoon to remove the tomatoes and place them in the cold water for 30 seconds. The cold water will cause the tomato skins to shrink further, making it easier to peel. After the time is up, take the tomatoes out and gently lift a corner of the skin from the cross cut using your fingers. The entire skin should peel off easily, and you will find that the skin almost separates from the flesh automatically. The whole process is clean and efficient. The last method is the fire roasting method, which can also easily remove the skins. Tip 3: Fork method. Prepare a fork. Insert it directly into the tomato to form a handle. Next, turn on the gas stove and set it to low heat. The flame should not be too large to prevent the tomato from being burnt. Now, hold the tomato with the fork inserted, placing it about 5–8 centimeters above the flame. Start to slowly rotate the tomato to ensure it heats evenly. As it heats, you will see the skin of the tomato begin to bubble, wrinkle, and even darken in some spots. This is normal, indicating that the skin is separating from the flesh. Keep rotating to ensure all parts of the tomato heat evenly. The entire roasting process usually takes 1–2 minutes. When most of the skin shows noticeable wrinkling or bubbling, you can remove it from the heat. Let the tomato cool for about 30 seconds. Then gently pull out the fork. Use your finger or a small knife to lift a corner of the skin and peel it off completely. The roasted skin will come off easily from the flesh, and sometimes it can peel off in one whole piece. It requires some skill to control the heat in this process to avoid overcharring. The materials required for this video are shown in the picture. If necessary, you can take screenshots and save them by yourself. Alright, that's it for today's sharing. I hope these methods are helpful to you. If you have any other tips for removing tomato skins, feel free to leave a comment. Don't forget to like and follow for more useful life tips.